Hello there. This video is titled Why We Fight. The people of the former UN Trust territory of British Southern Cameroons are undergoing a genocide. They are in an extinction mission. They are victims. This mission is carried out by La République du Cameroun and backed or sponsored by France and other allies. On the 14th of February 2020, the people of Ntubwa village, precisely in Gabu, they saw the massacre of more than 16 kids. These kids were known or were called separatists or terrorists. And the La République du Cameroun army testified that they carried out this act alongside some Fulani headsmen. I'd like you to follow with me pictures and videos.
Villagers were deep asleep when soldiers stormed Ngarbu, some 180 kilometers from the northwest regional capital Bamenda. They were attacked with fire, gunshots, and machetes. Survivors and relatives of the nearly 35 persons now believed to have been killed have compelling testimonies.
Some were shot, some were butchered with knives, some were burned in their houses, and many people were wounded. And those who even escaped to the bushes, bullets caught them. They were picking some of the corpses even yesterday morning. In that particular day, they counted on the ground 27 corpses, and at yesterday, and it moved to 85 people. There are still some people still missing. They don't know whether they have been killed. They are still counting their dead.
We are in a war zone. If one of the members of my own family was being in that other camp, that is the Amba fighters, I would have said maybe that is the reason. But nothing completely, none of them. And more to that, it's not only boys that were killed. Out of the 9 in my own family that were killed, 1 struggled to escape, who was a boy. The rest were from about 12 years old and below. The last born of my sister was 4 months old. With the mother who was breastfeeding her, they were all shot in front of the house. And then now when they set the house ablaze, it burned the feet of the mother. And my sister is a female. The daughter too, who has 6 children, of whom all of them have been killed and burned, she's also a female. They were not involved in any kind of attack so much so that this thing can happen. But the truth is that the Fulanis accompanied the military and then they went there and did their act.
We are broken down. We are completely broken. Our feeling is that the other world, they should look into what the government is doing and help us because they are killing people randomly.
The Minister of Defense has today downplayed the number of deaths, saying only 1 woman and 4 children died from an explosion of fuel stocked by Ambazonia fighters. According to Minister Joseph Betty Asomo, 7 terrorists were killed. He also blames the explosion for the houses burnt. The head of the UN Humanitarian Affairs in the region, Jack Andrew Pendleton.
Well, I think that these situations need more verification, and I believe that a very serious investigation should begin as soon as possible. This needs to be investigated, this needs to be understood, and it needs to stop now.
Such incidents are very challenging to humanitarian work in the region where access to women and children who need assistance is very difficult. Jack Andrew Pendleton again.
It brings a new dimension to the work because the people in northwest Cameroon are severely traumatized. It's become a very psychological challenge for any humanitarian to work with all the victims and survivors of this conflict because the socio-economic and psychological impact here in the northwest of Cameroon is deep and as broad as any place I've ever worked, and I've worked in 14 war zones around the world.
This latest attack is just one in a series of burnings and killings as soldiers pursue their campaign to wipe out Ambazonia Republique fighters.
And that was journalist Randy Josa reporting from Yaoundé.
That's not all. I just said bring you it's a tip of the iceberg. On the 24th of October 2020, that same year, more than 8 kids were massacred in cold blood at St. Francisca Bilingual International College in Kumba. Watch this.
Thursday morning saw a dark cloud of tragedy hang over the regional hospital of Kumba, Cameroun, as many gathered to mourn 7 students shot in cold blood by armed men at the St. Mother Francisca School a week ago. This funeral comes only 24 hours after an attack on a school in Limbe. I'm very unhappy to see these bodies lying in these coffins. Even looking at them is beyond me, because when these children came back from their lunch break, they always ran to come and see me at the market in my sales stall. But when I see them lying like this, I don't even know what God will do with them. Because we don't know who did this. Only God knows.
As if that was not enough, the international community is pampering the regime in Yaoundé that is on an extinction mission in southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. This is what the Interior Minister of la Republique du Cameroun, Atanga Jipor, had to say concerning the massacre by the La Republique du Cameroun military in Ambazonia.
The government has legitimacy over defense. Monopoly over violence is the government. That is why you have the military with the gun. Only the military can carry the gun. Only the policeman can carry the gun. And in the scriptures, let me put it clear. St. Paul says in Romans 13, I can quote it all the time. Open your Bible, you see. Romans 13, 1 to 5. That power comes from God. And all those who have authority, they come from God. Chief Von Mokete is here today, the paramount chief, because God says he will be the paramount chief. You are the head of state.
Objection. Objection.
Okay, let us put it out. Okay.
Objection.
Okay, please.
Sir, let me tell you something that you don't know. You may fight for all the you may cause everything, but nobody can fight God. Nobody can fight God. You can stand in the midst of everybody. You can stand before the throne and you speak everything. But I want to make you to know that there is a God in heaven. That's what everybody.
That's God.
And the Bible said that. He said that if you turn that to see today.
Now you got first-hand proof of who the La Republique du Cameroun barbaric army is and what their mission is in the land. I bet you, dear viewers, these things can never be done in the French-speaking zones of La Republique du Cameroun. It can never be done in any of their territories, in any of their zones. Douala, Yaoundé, Bafoussam, it can never be done. It is only done in southern Cameroon. A clear plan to exterminate, to extinct our people from the planet Earth and occupy our territory. Of course, Atanga Jipor, the Interior Minister of La Republique du Cameroun, affirms, confirms, and says it is only the military that has a monopoly of violence. Monopoly of violence. And the military also claimed responsibility in the murder of kids in Gabo village. The people of southern Cameroon are calling on the international community to rise up to its responsibility to protect. Of course, there is so much talks about crimes against humanity, war crimes in Ukraine. What is happening to the people of southern Cameroon's Ambazonia? Dear viewers, dear international community, dear diplomats, and people of the international space, the people of southern Cameroon are not asking for too much. A UN Security Council backed fact-finding mission to be deployed in the territory of the former British Southern Cameroon to carry out investigations and bring perpetrators to book is the only solution to this genocide that is going on. Former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan, he said, and I quote, genocide begins with the killing of one man. More than 30,000 people have been killed in Ambazonia How many more will be killed before the international community intervenes? This is genocide going on. It is time to stop this genocide rather than come later and apologize for what is happening. My name is Fabiano Deco, Ambazonian and human rights activist and a self-defense advocate. This is the reason why we fight. And if we don't fight, if we don't defend ourselves, we get extinct from the planet Earth by La Republique du Cameroun and France to occupy our territory. This is the reason why we fight. Thank you.